Yo, what's going on, Kicks Army? Today I'll be doing a custom sneaker drawing of the Steph Curry 5 done by Mr._Sabotage, as well as talking about the rumors that apparently the Lakers are wanting to focus more on Klay Thompson as opposed to Kawhi Leonard. Let's get it! For starters, if you guys enjoy these daily sneaker drawing videos, you can go ahead and you can hit that like button. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bounce past that bell to get post notifications. And listen, man, you guys already know that if you see a stencil on the screen, that same stencil is available on my website, KicksArt.com. KicksArt.com is your #1 source for free sneaker stencils. I only say this because I'm biased and I never really checked anywhere else, but come on, man, you know why it's the #1 source? Because if there's a stencil that's not on the site that you want to see added to the website, you can send a request through the contact tab at the top of the page. And because I've pretty much caught up with all the stencil requests that I've gotten, that means that if you send in a stencil request, I'll probably get to it real soon. Especially since I've been doing 2 stencils a day, like that's been pumping out stencils pretty quick for me. Now, in the event that I'm out of stencil requests to do, obviously I have plenty of sneakers that I can add stencils for on the website, like that's not a problem. So for example, if you go on my Instagram, you'll see all the stencils I upload, and you'll see that for the past 2 days, I've been doing a lot of LeBron stencils. Only because I want to fill up a lot of these tabs that don't really have too many stencils on there. Now, the LeBrons did have a few stencils, but I mean, man, this guy's on his 16th sneaker, and that's not including the Soldier line. So I just want to go ahead and fill that up now to kind of get that out of the way, so that way it doesn't become a problem later on, and so that way that whenever I go to that tab, or anybody goes to that tab for a matter, it just looks better knowing that it's filled up. So after I give a bunch of love to the LeBron tab, the next one's going to be the Kobe, and then the KD, and then I might go on to the Converse tab, and then maybe do some Vans as well. Listen guys, with 2 new stencils being pumped out every day, ideally, this website's gonna fill up fast, so it doesn't really matter what I tackle, whether it be requests or doing my own thing with adding what I want to be added to the website. Either way, the website's gonna be filled up mad quick, and guys, like, it gets me so hyped knowing that, like, every day 2 new stencils, that's insane. I don't know, maybe I'm weird for liking these kind of things, but like I said, this is the website that I would have wanted to have back when I was in high school and I got into footwear design. And if anybody should be really excited about this website, at the very least it should be me, so that kind of makes sense. Now you might be thinking, oh my god, what is this awesome colorway of the Curry 5? I didn't hear about this. When I saw the pictures of these customs posted today on Instagram, I'm like, oh my god, I definitely have to do that drawing because that looks sick. Personally, I like the model of the Curry 5. I think it's a pretty clean, simple, low-cut model. Some of the colorways are okay, but they're pretty plain spaghetti, even though that is really my style. In terms of a unique custom, this one definitely hits the mark, and based off what he said on one of his posts, he's like, yeah, I'm definitely going to be wearing these. Now that the NBA pretty much uplifted any sort of hold and or ban on footwear that players can wear, it makes it wide open for any player to go ahead and wear custom kicks that they have. So yes, expect them to be rocking this pair sometime during the regular season for sure. Again, the original creator for these customs is Mr._Sabotage. I'll make sure I put a link in his description. Go check out his work. It's really awesome what he did. In the original custom pair that he did for Steph Curry, there was like an extra strap that goes around where the laces normally would be. But I like to keep things simple. I like to use my stencils on the website so that way you guys can use that as a reference for what you could do for your own drawings. Regardless though, the strap isn't as important as the detail on the upper and the midsole, so that's why I kind of wanted to do it regardless. So yeah, one clap one time for Mr. Sabotage real quick. Now in terms of basketball news, apparently as reported by Ramona Shelberg, the Lakers will focus on acquiring Klay Thompson over Kawhi Leonard in next year's free agency. Now this is actually very interesting for a number of reasons. First, let's break down the obvious things. We know that Klay Thompson plays in Golden State. We know that Kawhi Leonard is now over in Toronto, so he's on the East. Apparently, Kawhi Leonard is very happy right now in Toronto, and that doesn't really matter too much because they haven't even played a game, like not even a preseason game, let alone a regular season game. That whole scenario down over there can go very south very fast, or it can go very north. You get it? North, but even though Kawhi Leonard in the past, and when I say in the past, I mean like recently, has expressed interest in playing in one of the Los Angeles teams, it's not a given that it would definitely be the Lakers. Because to go and play for the Lakers means that he would be playing with LeBron James. And even though that sounds like an awesome scenario for us regular people, maybe for certain NBA players it may not be the best thing, especially if your personality is more seclusive and reserved like Kawhi Leonard's. Yes, playing in Los Angeles would put the bright lights on him because this is Los Angeles. This is the second biggest city in the United States, obviously. At the very least, it's a much bigger market than Toronto, and that's where he wants to be because I believe he grew up in Compton, so that's right by home. But there's a different level of pressure that goes when you play for the Lakers versus the Clippers. And we know that if he goes to the Clippers in this hypothetical scenario, he would absolutely be quote-unquote the guy, and whatever success they have will be solely because of him and whatever players he has around him. He wouldn't be second fiddle to LeBron James. He wouldn't be on par with LeBron James because he would be playing with LeBron James. He would absolutely be the team captain of the Clippers. And even though that might not be as, awesome as playing for the Lakers, maybe that's what he wants. Or maybe he just wants to stay in Toronto. Again, we don't really know these things and it's really hard to predict. Now let's go ahead and let's transition from Kawhi Leonard to Klay Thompson. First of all, the obvious benefit to getting Klay Thompson over Kawhi Leonard is, let's say hypothetically the Lakers make it to the finals. The worst case scenario, they go up against like the Raptors and they have Kawhi Leonard and some other pieces, right? That is much easier to deal with than going up against the Warriors with all of their all-stars, okay? If you acquire Klay Thompson, you take away Klay Thompson from the Warriors because he wouldn't be on the Warriors because he'd be on the Lakers. It's a very simple concept, but trust me guys, that actually matters a lot because you're minusing one of those big key players that they have on their team. Sure, they'll still have Steph Curry, sure, they'll still have Kevin Durant, and they'll have Draymond Green, and Boogie Cousins may or may not be there in this equation, but regardless, they'll have some good players. But the fact is they won't have one of their big four. And just last season, they have shown that they can be compromised because of the Houston Rockets. We all know how that series went down. And in case you guys don't remember either, 3 seasons ago when they had the 73-win regular season when they were that all-time great team, they went up against the Oklahoma City Thunder in the Western Conference Finals. And as I mentioned a bunch of times on this channel because I don't want anybody to ever forget, the Thunder were up against the Warriors 3-1 in that series. Warriors would go on to win games 5, 6, and 7, but the main thing is game 6. That is always going to be known as the Klay game. And just to remind you what kind of game this was, Klay had 41 points, 33 of which were from deep, so that's beyond the three-point line, 26 were in the second half, and he had just 19 points in the fourth quarter. That's insane. Without that amazing performance, who knows how the league would be right now, because I believe that Kevin Durant would have advanced with this team onto the finals, and then, I don't think that the Cavs would have been able to beat the talented Thunder team at the time. That's just my opinion. You can disagree with that. Thus, that would have made the Thunder the champions that year, and then history would have been rewritten, and it would have been crazy to see. And besides that one game, he's had a number of very interesting games over the regular seasons. Do you guys remember the game where he scored 60 points in 29 minutes with, I believe, only taking 13 dribbles? Or the time where he scored 37 points in a quarter? There's a reason why the Splash Brothers are known universally as the greatest shooting backcourt in NBA history, and it's going to be very hard to find another backcourt that will ever match up to what they can do. It's not just Steph Curry that makes that backcourt good, it is also the use of Klay Thompson and his ability to just get hot at random times. So hot that this man can't be stopped. And ever since he's been in Golden State, he's been second fiddle to Steph Curry. Not that he's the weaker of the two, it's just that Stephen Curry's had the spotlight because he's also very good at what he does. When you add Kevin Durant into the mix, now Klay Thompson gets bumped down into the third spot. There have been debates in the past where maybe it's Draymond Green who deserves that third spot because he also does a lot for that team as well, being that big man in the 5 spot, even though he's only like 6'7". Him being at the 5 is what creates that quote-unquote death lineup that makes it very difficult for other teams to retaliate against. So if you take that guy, that ball of potential, and you put him with the Lakers with LeBron James and all the other young talent that they have, oh my god. Because they're not going to be saying, Klay Thompson, we need to be very conservative with the ball. We can't really have you have it too much because we got so many mouths to feed. Everybody's got to touch the ball. No, it's not going to be like that. It's going to be Klay Thompson. If you are ever open, we will get you the ball, and because of how accurate you are and how quick you are at releasing the basketball from your fingers, you can go ahead and take the shot whenever you feel like it. That would be a very easy role for him to fulfill. He would excel at it, and more importantly, that would fit within the Lakers system of what they're able to do. To have that guy on your team that can just shoot, like every team could use a guy like that, not just the Lakers. If there's anything I know LeBron would be more than happy to go ahead and feed Klay Thompson the ball every single time if he knew Klay Thompson was going to get a good shot. Not necessarily make the shot, but just have a good shot. And it doesn't take much for Klay to have a good shot, especially if you're going to be playing with somebody like LeBron James, who is going to suck all the attention from the opposing team. Like, Jesus Christ. Oh, and just another little nugget of information. Klay Thompson's father, Michael Thompson, won 2 championships with the Showtime Lakers, and I believe is also, as of right now, currently still employed with the Lakers. So if the Lakers do indeed want to go ahead and pursue Klay Thompson, that might not be a bad idea. But that's going to do it for today's video. If you guys enjoyed the video, like. If you're new to the channel, make sure you hit that subscribe button and bounce past that bell to get post notifications. Don't forget to check out KicksArt.com for all your sneaker stencil needs. Check out the other videos on the channel. You guys already know that I'm uploading daily, so I will see you guys tomorrow. Yee!